Hello everyone. You are on Tony's Witchy Arts and Crafts, and I am Tony. Hi, hello. This is part 3 of making a making a Halloween junk journal. If you have not seen part 1 or part 2 before you got to this point, go back, check them out, and then come back and watch this one. If you are new to my channel and you like my content, please subscribe and maybe even hit that notification bell so you can get notified when I'm posting videos, because I try to post almost every day. So yeah. Alright, so I just left off getting my cover glued down to my paper because we're making the cover for my junk journal right now. So that's what I'm doing. Alrighty. So right now I'm gonna cut the corners off, and I'm gonna make some little slits here. Which I'm gonna get some smaller scissors. I don't need big scissors for that. I will show you here what I mean. Okay, so I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna cut all these corners off. Can you see? I'm gonna cut all those corners off, okay? So that's what I'm doing. And when I'm done cutting these corners, I'm also gonna go around the edges and score the paper before I start folding the edges over. And I'll show you what I mean by that here in a moment. So, how many of my subscribers like making junk journals or want to make a junk journal? I've been doing arts and crafts pretty much my whole life, but it was about maybe 3.5 years ago I discovered the junk journals and started making them, and now I can't stop. I am hooked. I love making them so much. I guess I've always had a fascination over books. And I never, I guess, I've had a fascination on books, but never wanted to read them because I grew up throughout my childhood struggling to read because I have a reading disorder. But I've kind of taught myself to read over the years, so I've gotten better. The school programs that they had when I was growing up weren't that good for people like me. So I kind of had to do it on my own, my way, where I could learn better. So, yeah, okay. Alright, I got my slits right here. I do this because when we start folding this paper over the edges, I don't want all that bulk right there in that spine where it folds. Okay. Get rid of those and it will fold much easier. Okay. Taking this little Dollar Tree score tool, and I'm going to use the small side, and I'm just going to score the edges here, and that just helps me fold the paper over easier so it doesn't get torn or distressed as you're folding it. Okay. don't have to put that much pressure on it because you don't want to tear through your paper. Just enough that gives it just a line. Kind of guides it over the edge when I start folding it. There we go. Okay, and I do have a little scoring tool. I have probably a dozen of these all over my room. And when I need one, I can only usually find one. It's when I don't need one, it's when I can find them all. Okay, so I start folding those over the edges, and I just take this scoring tool or bone folder, whatever you want to call them, and I just varnish that down. So I'll do all of that, and then we'll come back around and okay, those are all varnished. So now I'm gonna put glue and tape on these, and I will do the top and the bottoms first, and then I'll do the sides. I just like doing it that way. I put tape on the edges here, okay, and then I'll put glue down here. I put the tape because the tape will grab hold first, and then when the glue dries, it's dried down good. And I've never had any problems doing it this way. Okay. Come on. So what is everybody up to today? In video 3, I asked some questions. So you guys, I better see some answers. Don't ignore me. Okay, that one came out too fast. Okay. 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 See how it gives that just a nice edge there. Now I'm going to flip it around and do the top. I've tried multiple methods of making junk journals because there's really no rules on how, or like specific rules to stick to a certain way on making a junk journal. There's no rules. I mean, there's multiple ways. I think that's what I like about junk journal is find a way that works for you and stick with it. Because that's what I do. So this way of making these covers is the way I prefer. It's easier for me to do. And to me, it doesn't take long. Sometimes I'll do a cover journal. That's also easy. I don't know, I don't like the way it comes out sometimes. But I will do it. And then just like putting your signatures in, some people sew them, some people will use like a sewing machine to sew them in, or some people will hand stitch them in or glue them in. I like to tie them in because I want to be able to move my pages around if necessary, or if a page gets ruined somehow, I want to be able to take that page out and replace it with another. So that's why I like tying my pages in. Okay, now I think with these side pieces I'm going to just use glue. And I'm just going to get out my paper clips to hold it down while it dries. Okay. There we go. Voila. Alright, so I'm just going to let the glue take hold first. Okay, that one kind of splurged out a little. Huh. Alright, and I have fast acting glue, so it shouldn't take long, which this side's probably already set. Yep, it was. Okay. Don't worry about getting a little messy with your glue like I do. Because it all gets covered up. Oh. I forgot to score this. I score that little space there in between. So when I start bending, it bends nice and easy. There we go. Alrighty, and that should be holding now. Alright. There we go. And we have our base started. Now, I forgot to pick out a paper to go on the inside. So now I have to do that. What should I do? Excuse me for a second, guys. I have to pick out a paper. I think I know what I want here. Because I have 2 sheets of it. Perfect. What do you think? I like it. Okay. So that's going to go on the inside. I just got to measure it now. So we're going to do 8. Let's go 8 3/4. Okay. Getting my scoreboard out again here. Eight. Okay. We're gonna need 2 of those. 8. Alright, so I just measured the inside of my journal to figure out what size of papers I needed for the inside cover. And I don't have any sheets long enough to go all the way across, so I do 2, same size each, and then I just overlap them right in the middle. And the signatures will cover up the fold mark. Alright, so there's one. And here's 2. There we go. Now, what I'm going to do... Sorry, Ghosty. I have to scoot you over. Okay, so what I do is I glue the back piece on first. Okay. And then I'll glue the front piece on next, because I want this front piece to overlap right here in the middle. Overlap over the back piece. See? Isn't that cool? And I love to leave a little border all the way around. I just like that look. Okay, so we're gonna do that. And I do a combination of sticky side tape and wet glue for these also. Looks like I might have to break out a new rule. Yep. Now these 2-sided tapes used to come all the way off this plastic ring. They used to come all the way off. They don't anymore. They're really stuck to it. But when it does come off, I save these and I make dream catchers out of them. When I can't get this sticky off, I usually just throw it away. But if I really wanted to keep them, I could soak them in hot water and soap, I guess, and the stickiness should come off. I'm gonna have to break out a new rule here. Okay, and back at it. Now, I do my normal pieces right down the middle. I determine which one is going to go right across the fold mark, and I put some extra tape on that. Okay. So I'm going to do the same with this one. That paper has a little tear in it. Alrighty. Okay, we got all of our tape on there. Now just varnish these down so the two-sided tape is stuck down good. Alright. Now we'll bring our cover back in here. Alrighty. Now once I stick these inside pieces down, I will let it dry completely before I start bending it one more time. Because if you try to bend it while the glue is still wet, then it's going to tear or bunch up. The glue has to be completely wet. That's just my experience. And if it doesn't do that to you, then do it your way. I'm just telling you what works for me, and I hope it works for you. And I might have to open a new bottle here. Okay. Now, I just try to get this as straight as I can on here. Like I said, let it dry completely before you want to put that fold mark in there, okay? Because it can tear or bunch up. So you want it completely dry. So we might have to stop there for today. And then we can start on the front cover tomorrow. Okay, let's see if I can get any more glue out of this one. saw some sticky tape sticking out of the sides. I had to hold down. Okay. Okay. There we go. Now we just gotta let that dry completely. How much time do I have? Should we? I think I will stop this video here. I try to keep my videos under 30 minutes because my device likes to do something weird. So I'll stop here and just do another video today. Part 4, I think. So, yeah. I'll see you in a little bit. Have a good day. Bye.